Hello everyone, this is Mr. Sambhaji, currently pursuing MS from the National Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research, that is NIPER, from Hyderabad. Okay, here I'm going to tell you about the COVID-19, the drug targets and the potential treatments. Okay, see, and this is a very useful video for all the students that are involved in the medical field and also as a general awareness and various competitive exam purpose also, and for the NIPER JE for as a general awareness section topic also. Okay. Currently we are immersed in the pandemic caused by the emerging this emerging severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus, that is SARS coronavirus 2. And see the given tendency, the given urgency of this COVID-19 pandemic, the repurposing of the approved drug is only alternative to find a timely effective treatment. Okay, and see the SARS coronavirus 2 infection, and see this SARS coronavirus 2 is belonging to this coronavirus family, and it is enveloped positive polarity single stranded RNA virus. Okay, and it's and their genome encodes these three types of proteins. Okay, that are the non-structural proteins, structural proteins, and the several accessory proteins. Okay, and see, SARS coronavirus 2 infection process starts with the viral entry mediated by the interaction of the spike glycoprotein. Okay, we will see the what is the spike glycoprotein and all. Okay, with the angiotensin II receptor, and then and see the spike protein activation is the very crucial step for the coronavirus entry. Okay, and here suppose and see, and the scientists found that this cathepsin here is very important to entry to for entry of the viruses into the cell via endocytes. Okay, and see, and this cathepsin here is nothing but as an important lysosomal endopeptidase enzyme which is involved in the protein degradation of SARS coronavirus 2. Okay, and see, and requires cathepsin for the successful infection. Okay, and so the scientists found that if you inhibit cathepsin it was observed that there is a 76% entry of the coronavirus will be inhibited. Okay, and then this and it suggests that what how much it is important to how much important each target to for the drug designers. Okay, I'm just tell here this cathepsin. Okay, all are have the unique roles. Okay, we'll see step by step. Okay, don't worry about it. uh, so what it suggests the cathepsin. Okay, so it should be the very crucial for SARS coronavirus 2 for entering into the cell. Okay, and once the virus enters into the host cell, it gets disassembled to release nucleocapsid and viral genome, and this is the and this host ribosome translate into two polyprotein, that is PP1A, that is polyprotein 1A, polyprotein 1B, translate, and this polyprotein 1A and 1B encodes this 16 non-structural protein. Okay, and out of this the PL Pro and TCL Pro are the involved in the cleavage processes. Okay, and this PL Pro is nothing but peptide like proteases, and TCL Pro nothing but C30 endopeptidase. Okay, these are the proteases. Okay, proteases, you know that what are the proteases and what are the function of the proteases in the cells, or in the viruses. Okay, and see, and here RDRP is also is a non-structural protein. Okay, and the helicases. And you know that RDRP. Okay, RDRP, RNA dependent RNA polymerase, our remdesivir is acting on this RDRP. Okay, so see, you can now got idea about the, oh, okay, this. So so our remdesivir just acting on this. Okay, so remaining these are also targets uh, for the drugs. Okay, so we can also inhibit this purine, we can also inhibit this cathepsin, we can also inhibit this AK1, JAK, this TP2, TPC2. Okay, this TMPRS2, this AC2 receptor. Okay, but right now just we have remdesivir which is acting on the RDRP, RNA dependent RNA polymerase. Okay, we'll see the one by one. Okay, don't worry about it. We will see the firstly the what are the structural proteins in the no, SARS coronavirus 2. Okay, these are the structural proteins in SARS coronavirus 2. That is small annular protein, spike proteins, and the nucleocapsid protein. Okay, and this spike protein has a responsible for the viral entry through the receptor recognition and the membrane fusion. Okay, and this annular protein is a very small protein. Okay, you can see here, but it has a crucial role in assembly, budding, envelope formation, and also in the virulence. Okay. Next, we will see the nucleic acid protein first. Okay, so first we should know the what is the role of this protein in the this particular virus. Okay, it has a role in the RNA transcription and replication process. Okay, and due to its multifunction RNA binding uh, property. Okay, it is an interesting pharmacological target. Okay, due to this property of this nucleic acid protein. And right now we have these two types of structural proteins in protein data bank. Okay, so you ask me that what is important of having these two structural proteins. Okay, because and see it encourages us to the that is drug designers to the make drugs accordingly. Okay, on this receptor which are acting on this receptor. Okay, so it is very crucial step. Okay, but right now we have this. Okay, we can see the release date here, 2023 March. Okay, it is released in the March. Okay, so we have these two structure crystal structures. Okay, accordingly, and it encourages us to make the drugs that are targeted on this target on this nucleic acid protein. Okay, and inhibit this process. Okay, transcription translation, sorry, replication process. Okay, and next one is spike glycoprotein. Sorry. Next one is spike glycoprotein. It has a role in the to mediates the virus entry by the contacting the host receptor, that is AC2 receptor, and entry into the um, host cells. Okay, and right now we have these two structures. Okay, in the protein data bank. So it allows us, or it encourages us to structure based drug design or ligand based drug design. Okay, if you don't know the structure based, what is structure based drug design? Okay, that is not your part. Okay, uh, but if you interested in the what structure based, how the drug is discovered, how drug is designed by computationally. Okay, you can see the my previous video. Okay, see uh, whatever we see before this, these are structural proteins. Now we will see the non-structural proteins that are involved in the SARS coronavirus 2 and their roles in the SARS coronavirus 2. Okay, so we see already seen that there are 16 non-structural proteins, and uh, the 3CL Pro and PL Pro has a very important role in the protein cleavages. Okay, and see, right now we have this crystal structure in the protein data bank. Okay, and it allows us to it allows, or it encourages us to the structure based drug design. Okay, and right now we have the PL Pro protein structure. Okay, and RDRP. You know that. Okay, the remdesivir is acting on this. Okay, and 3CL protein structure. Okay, and what are their importance in the virus? Okay, we'll see individually. Okay, see these proteases, that is TCL Pro and PL Pro, has a very important, very crucial role in the viral replication and controlling the host cell responses, and that's why they stand as a key targets to develop antiviral drugs. Okay, and see, here is the very important statement. Okay, the sequence of the 3CL Pro of SARS coronavirus and SARS coronavirus 2 shares 96% identity. Okay, see, the SARS coronavirus and SARS coronavirus 2 are different strain. Okay, remember that. Okay, suppose SARS coronavirus is already known. Okay, and SARS coronavirus 2 is right now is due to this pandemic. Okay, the SARS coronavirus 2 is already known, and there are drugs in the market for this, SARS coronavirus. Okay, so what the scientists does. Okay, they did the 3CL Pro of SARS coronavirus and SARS coronavirus 2. Okay, The 3CL Pro protein, which has sequence similarity, that is, which has the amino acid sequence similarity with SARS coronavirus 2. Okay, that is 96% similar. Okay, this protein is 96%. This protein of SARS coronavirus is 96% similar to SARS coronavirus 2. Okay, that's why what we expect here. That's why it is expected that the inhibitors of this SARS coronavirus this 3CL Pro protein will be inhibit SARS coronavirus 2 of 3 SARS coronavirus 2 3CL Pro. Okay, you understand? Okay, according to that, they were studying the drugs, that is repurposing the drug. Okay, and giving the approvals from the government. Okay, and you can see that so many news coming, daily news coming. This drug is approved for COVID-19. This drug is approved for COVID-19. This drug is approved for COVID-19. And right now, the Biocon, you know that Biocon, the one company is in India, also approved the Italizumab from for the COVID-19 treatment. Okay, and this is the base for here. Okay, this just showing that this protein of SARS-CoV-2 has the sequence similarity. Okay, okay. Then they they predict that okay, this protein, sorry, this drug will be inhibit this protein of SARS-CoV-2. Okay, and accordingly that they were starting the clinical trials, and according to clinical trials data, they were giving, they got the approvals. Okay, this is the main concept behind this approving the new drugs. Okay, that is repurposing drug. They just seeing the sequence similarity in the protein, and they just expect that the inhibitors of this disease will be approved, will be inhibit the our COVID-19 proteins. Okay, according to that, they got approvals. Okay, and these are the expected inhibitors for the 3CL Pro proteins of the SARS. Okay, you know, and this is the protein crystal structure for the right now. Okay, this is original crystal structure for the SARS coronavirus 2. Okay, and what it suggests, it encourages us for to design drugs accordingly. Okay, and see the scientists were studied this 3CL problem SARS coronavirus 2. Okay, and also and they performed the combination structure based virtual screening and high throughput screening of different chemical libraries into the approved drugs. Okay, and also the clinical trial drugs also they included here, and they find out this disulfiram and this carmapur for as are approved drugs that are expected to inhibit this 3CL proteins of SARS coronavirus 2. And suppose in future up news sunte hai ki okay, disulfiram is got approved for the COVID-19 treatment. Okay, this is the base behind this. Okay, they were studying just proteins. They were by computationally, and they are seeing that results. So what are the expected protein, what are expecting drugs currently that is already approved, that what are the expected drugs that are going to be inhibit this protein of SARS coronavirus 2. And accordingly they were starting the clinical trials, and by seeing that clinical trial data, they giving the approval, FDA giving the approval for this various drugs. Okay, this is the only way right now, because we can't synthesize the new drug as possible as. Okay, okay, it is very lengthy process, you know that. And see, you know, we also heard about this ritonavir and lopinavir clinical trials already started by the who itself. Okay, but right now we stopped because due to it they didn't get the satisfactory result. Okay, from the clinical trials. Okay, they stopped these clinical trials later now. Okay, so accordingly, so you can get now the concept behind this. Okay, why so many drugs. And okay, see this is the basic behind the drug approving the drugs for SARS coronavirus 2. Okay, they okay, just see the another protein. We already seen that 3CL Pro. Now we will see the PL Pro, that is the papain-like proteases. Okay, just like that, the 3CL Pro, it only shares the 83% sequence similarity. Okay, it only shares, so it will not affect you as much as that 3CL Pro, because 3CL Pro shares 96% identity or sequence similarity with SARS coronavirus. Okay, huh? That's why it is not that much targeted. Okay, and see, and this PL Pro protein also have in the protein data bank. Okay, and this will encourages us to the design the drug accordingly. Okay, then we will see the this next, this RNA dependent RNA polymerase. And this is a very crucial enzyme for the coronavirus life cycle. Okay, and it mediates the transcription and replication of RNA genome during infection. And see, here also it 96% sequence identity between RDRP of SARS coronavirus and SARS coronavirus 2. Okay, and it contributes to the translation of the result with therapeutic agent. Okay, so this is the main reason. Okay, how the remdesivir discovered. Okay, means how the remdesivir will approved for SARS-CoV-2. Accordingly, this the scientists were seeing that okay, it's 96% have 96% sequence similarity with RDRP. Okay, and RDRP of SARS coronavirus. Okay, and it is expected that it will inhibit the SARS coronavirus 2 protein also. Okay, and accordingly they started clinical trial and they get approval. And also there are another drug is also there. Okay, rivaroxaban, soposbuvir. Okay, but from that the remdesivir only selected from the clinical trials data. Okay, don't worry about it. The next target is helicase. Okay, we already seen that in the diagram. Okay, the helicase, the RTRK helicases. You know that helicase is the which is a critical protein in the replication transcription complex of the coronavirus. That is catalyzes the separation of the duplex oligonucleotide and into the single strand. Okay, and see, the it has essential role for viral RNA synthesis. So it is a significant increase to the drug targets. Okay, for COVID-19. And right now this is the drugs for the SARS coronavirus. Okay, not SARS coronavirus 2. Okay, these are the drugs for the SARS coronavirus helicase, as a inhibitors. Okay, and right now we have, okay, this is the protein structure we already in the protein data bank. Okay, and this increases us to the structure based drug design. Okay, and next one, we will see right now we will see the host based targets. Okay, that are the, see, host base means our cells targets. Okay, that is AC2 receptor, this TMPRS, RASS2. Okay, see, entry is mainly produced by, that entry is mainly produced by the various binding virus binding to the AC2 host receptor in the cell surface. Okay, and it mediate, and it is going to the endocytosis process. Okay, and that, so this is also the main target for the to inhibit the entry of the virus into the host cell. Okay, see, the severity of the symptom observed in the older patient, okay, due to the SARS coronavirus 2. See, this is the ACA2 receptor expression level is increasing with age. Okay, this is the main reason behind this. Okay, AC2 receptor expression are increased with age. That is, older age people have this too much AC2 receptors. That's why the entry or easily infected cells is more in the older patient. Okay, that's why it is observed that older patient, the severity of symptoms in the older patients. Okay, next we will see this target, the TMPRS2. Okay, I shown here TMPRS2. This is nothing but the transmembrane serine proteases. And what is the role this transmembrane serine proteases? It activates the virus host cell membrane fusion for the subsequent genome delivery. Okay, and it activates. It is a very crucial process. Okay, it activates the S protein present in the highly pathogenic human coronavirus. Okay, and see, and the research has confirmed that the SARS-CoV-2 entry is facilitated by this TMP RSS22, and scientists also identified that the chemostat, the drug which will bind to the TMP RSS2, and it is also observed that the infection is decreased by the use of this chemostat. Okay, and some of the mucolytic agent called bromohexine, here you can see here, also observed that they are also expected to inhibit this TMP-RSS2. Okay, and it is also proposed that for the COVID-19 therapy. Okay, and these are the drugs that are identified as a TMP-RSS2 inhibitors. Okay, and suppose you heard the news about these drugs, okay, don't wonder about it. This is the main concept behind this. Okay, these are the very crucial for the activation of this spike protein, and if we inhibit this TMPRS, and this infection will be decreased. Okay, and these are the drug for the TMPRSS2 inhibitors. Okay. Next, we will see the purine target. Okay, and then and this see and this is very novel target in the SARS coronavirus 2, and scientists found that this purine-like cleavage only found in the SARS coronavirus 2, and it encourages us to the more focus on this purine target. Okay, right now we have this two protein structure in the protein data bank. Okay. Next, we will see this cathepsin-L. Cathepsin-L as a drug target policy. It is very important. It has a very important role to make the virus free from the spike protein. Okay, after entering into the host cell. Okay, uh, and it leaves the S1 subunit and frees the virus, and it has a it has a very important role. Also, in the it can prevent the progression of the pulmonary fibrosis. Okay, and see, these are the two protein structures in the a protein data bank, and it also encourages us to the structure-based drug design or ligand-based drug design. Okay, and these are right now. These are the two structures that are expected to inhibit this SARS coronavirus 2 infection. Okay, next structure is this AAK1 and JAK. Okay, and these are the very important to regulate the intracellular viral trafficking during the entry, assembly, and release of multiple unrelated RNA. Okay, in the viruses such as rabies, in these viruses. Okay, and so here AAK1 plays a very important role in the endocytosis process by the specific phosphorylation. Okay, and recently this see the baricitinib. Okay, baricitinib is the important or potent AAK1 inhibitor is identified for the COVID-19. Okay, and suppose if this drug get approved for this COVID-19. Okay, this is the concept behind this. Okay, this is the AAK1 JAK inhibitor. Okay, and this is the very important protein for the endocytosis process by specific phosphorylation. Okay, and this AAK1 JAK inhibitors could be the good strategy for the avoid to avoid the SARS-CoV-2 entry. Okay. Then next target is this phosphatidyl 3-phosphate 5 kinase. Okay, and it has a role in the endosome maturation. Okay, and if you inhibit this protein or this target. Okay, then we can avoid the entry or this further process. Okay, right now we have this apilimumab, and it is tested in cell culture only right now. Okay. The next one is the two pore channel. Okay, and it has the role to regulate the conductance of sodium and calcium ion across the cell membranes and involved in the regulation of endosomal trafficking for the Ebola virus also. Okay, and see, it is a very druggable host targets for the SARS-CoV-2 infection, and see, and scientists found that the repurposing of this dopamine antagonist. Okay, that is a flupanazine or CRMs as a roloxifene that are tested in the clinical trials for this COVID-19. Okay, and if got approvals for the COVID-19. Okay, and this is the main concept behind this. Okay, they will inhibit this TPCR1. This has the role to regulate the conductance, the sodium and calcium ion across the cell membrane. Okay, and it involved in the regulation of the endosomal trafficking of this Ebola virus. Okay, in the host cell. See the you know that the coronavirus infection cause also leading to the inflammatory the reaction that causes severe clinical signs of this COVID-19. Okay, and this is characterized by the severe pneumonia and lung infection. You know that. Okay, and the most important is cytokine storm and this regulatory shock. Okay, and the SARS coronavirus 2 typically the reduces the this IFN1 responses and elevate the expression of interleukin 6 factor and these other cytokines. Okay, and this is the net results of this SARS coronavirus 2 infection. Okay, and so the repurposing of the host based therapeutics to control immune response, the may counterattack the COVID-19. Okay, and these are the immunosuppression potential drugs that are the antivirus uh, okay, and that are the antivirus which is used in the combination with IFAN. Okay, and these are the drugs that are used for the counterattack the or to control the immune system. Okay, and see, monoclonal antibody against the interleukin 6 receptor reduces the pro-inflammatory responses in the COVID-19 patients. Okay, see, and what are the therapeutic options in clinical trials? So, you know that this antivirus lopinavir ritonavir has been recommended for the clinical treatment for the COVID-19, but right now, see, this is the news, official news from the WHO. They discontinued these trials, okay, and due to they didn't got any satisfactory result in the clinical trials, okay, and right now we know that remdesivir is approved for the emergency use in of this drug for this COVID-19 patient. Okay, with severe symptoms, the patients with severe symptoms. Okay, and this is the strategy for the to discover to repurposing drug. Okay, and they found that the A and C strategy will be very good strategy for the clinical trials person, and according to that clinical trial data, they getting the approvals. Okay, and these are the some antivirals used in the clinical as a potential COVID-19 treatment. Okay, and see this omiphenol this blocks the viral fusions against influenza viruses, and it is expected to inhibit SARS-CoV-2 infection also. Okay, and it was tested in utero. Okay, these are the approved drugs in clinical trials for COVID-19, the inhibitors for viral RNA polymerase. Okay, and some of the antipsychotic. Okay, and some of the miscellaneous drugs, ivermectin here. Ivermectin is here. Okay, hydroxychloroquine. Okay, but the clinical trial was stopped by the WHO itself. Okay, and these are the drugs that are okay that are category wise. I listed here the drugs. Okay, so these are the important points that are very important, which we studied until now. Okay, see the